Okay, so it is Happy Memorial Day. We are all Americans here, so I could say that to us. And those of us watching who are Australians. Um, so tonight, I thought a couple of things we might hit on are personal growth, wins and flops. So I like to celebrate the flops, celebrate the things that like, oof, that didn't go so well. Celebrate the wins, things that are obviously great. I think that when we celebrate more often, Preston Pugmire says our brain looks for ways that things that are going well in life, right? So giving you a heads up there, but I want it to be in the category of personal growth this month. Okay. Just sometimes we do it in general in business, but personal growth wins and flops. So we'll come back to that in a moment. Um, we're going to cover some announcements about the Commit to Fit to be Fit group, the welcome call, and leaders retreat contest. And then I wanted to touch base a little bit on filling your funnel, how to kind of expand your influence and expand your reach a bit. And I think that's really important because we've had some really busy months of recruiting new people. So let's start with a few announcements. Okay. And then I want y'all thinking of wins and flops because we're going to share them. um, Okay, so welcome call. We have a welcome call. Can anybody say, what is the welcome call? Who's it for? This is like a make sure that our leadership is doing a good job telling you guys what it is.
Our new folks.
New folks. Yay. So this is new customers, new ambassadors, anybody who has joined you. We kind of say in the last month. So anyone who joined you in May can hop on this call June 2nd. We are doing it the 2nd of every month at exactly the same time. You can count on that, okay? So always know that it's going to be the 2nd of the month at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. And we make those translations for Australian time and Central, whatever, okay? So it is a like 12-minute call. It's brief. The purpose of the call is to get your new people started off strong. Okay. We repeat those important, that bit of information. So that's coming up. Leaders retreat contest. I'm not going to talk a lot about that, but I want to point you to resources. The contest, if you have just joined us, you probably joined when we had convention contest, okay? Leaders Retreat contest is a 3-month contest, June, July, and August. And when you complete activities like add a new ambassador, help someone promote to silver, add a new customer, you are going to earn points or credits. And those credits accrue. And the first prize that you earn is a free trip paid for by Plexus, okay? It's amazing. Convention is going to be awesome, guys. Those of you coming, it's going to be so good and so rich. Leaders Retreat is an even smaller group of people who are really serious. So if you are here on this call, you're probably a little serious about your business. Make it happen. So I want you to go to the Next Step team page, put it on your calendar for this week, and search Leaders Retreat. You can filter most recent, so you can see the Leaders Retreat contest details from last year. I did like a strategy training last year to kind of help. It was around this time to help people prep for June. Watch that. Watch it. Put it on your list to watch it before May 31st so you don't scramble halfway through like June or July and go, oh gosh, I wish that I could have earned that trip. Gail and I earned that trip. Kendall went on that trip last year. We took our husbands. Like it's a paid for, we went on a cruise last year, a paid for cruise to the Bahamas on a very, very nice ship, top rated ship in the seas. Like Plexus does not do it crappy. They're top rated. So and all we had to do was get ourselves down there, drive our little booties down there, whatever, and get on that ship, and everything was covered, guys. It was incredible. Okay. This is not like you could be a silver ambassador and earn this trip. Okay. So I want you to go. There's a lot of great resources. We could talk forever, but I want you to at least do that. Take that step for yourself. Okay. third announcement is the Commit to Be Fit group. Have we seen this? Do we know what I'm talking about? The 10-day challenge group starting June 3rd, if you're in America, June 4th, if you're in Australia. Okay. So this group, there are 2 people who will be coming to this group. New people, old people. That's it. Okay. You have somebody new who's joined this month in May, have them come. If you have somebody, if some of us have like older teams, I am reaching out to people who maybe have slacked, or maybe just anyone who's slacked, or like it's been a couple of months since they've ordered. I'm reaching out to them. I'm also reaching out to people who consistently order every single month, and I want to reward them and invite them into this group so they can have some few tips, learn a few things, have that accountability. Okay. This group is going to be fun. It's going to be a blessing of information and accountability. A lot of the people that I take care of as customers or as ambassadors want accountability. But it's hard. Sometimes people don't want to show up for that. And so this is my place where I'm kind of being bold with some of them and saying, hey, I know that you have been struggling with drinking enough water. This is the group for you. 10 days, commit to yourself, and also encouraging them to bring a buddy. Who do you know who you would like to do this with and commit to some products over the summer with? Because they're going to have greater success. So I just think, I'm not sure who's on the phone. I'm not sure if that's Jacinda or not. So whoever is listening in as well, kind of trying to figure out what format you guys have on your teams. But for anyone who is listening to the recording, something to focus on are the people who have joined you in the last 2 months. We're talking people who joined in March and April. I want you to reach out to every single one of them, whether they ordered last month or this month, hopefully that they have. Reach out to them, because they are people who very recently have had a desire for health changes. So, connect up with them. Those sometimes are the people we overlook. We just think, oh, it's got to be for new people. No, this group is for everyone. Okay. And it's for customers and ambassadors. All right. So Commit to Be Fit. Another tip. I do not ask people if they are a current customer or ambassador and they qualify. I'm not asking them like, hey, do you think you would like to be a part of this and whatever. I am saying, I am excited. This group is for you. Here's what it's going to have, and I'm going to add you to it so you can benefit. Does this sound like something that, resonates with you, that you've been looking for? So I'm not like being a jerk and just adding them into the group. But I know that they're going to benefit, and I'm going to put them in there. It's up to them whether they're going to participate or not. Okay. I'm going to tag them in like that first post or two and check back with them, and they'll say, oh no, thank you. Whatever, I'm traveling. I don't think this is a fit. Whatever their reason is going to be, I'm still going to I think sometimes we ask permission and it sounds like we're apologizing for an opportunity or apologizing, for something that we're like, this would be great, well, if you want to, you can join. Like, no, I'm excited. This is a great thing for you. People feed off of your energy, even if it's in a text message. So there's that. My challenge to all of us, if you are a silver ambassador, have 3 people join that challenge group. Okay. If you are a gold ambassador or more, have 10 people in that group, right? Push yourself and set a goal for yourself so that you have something to go after, because a lot of times a group comes up and we're just like, oh, okay, I'll see. Set something out there. And I think silver ambassadors, get all 3 of your people in, or if you've got 6 people. What would that look like if you had 3 people join you in this challenge? What would that look like if you had 10 of your ambassadors as a gold ambassador join you in this challenge? Because y'all, you get them to the group, and the group does the work for them in encouraging them and educating them and supporting them. Okay. So it's just a little fun augmentation. All right. Questions on those before we do wins and flops? Oh, hang on. Let me
Hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. what if you have I have a preferred customer that orders like every month, like consistently, but she usually only gets one thing. So like, aren't they supposed to have 100 PV, or is it okay to invite? Because like, I know she's gonna like, she would probably come if I told
Yeah.
her about
I think invite her, have her come, you know what I
it. Okay.
mean? And you can always do something like part of the thing is that people have some skin in the game, but it's that we want them to have multiple products because we want them to be able to see like some success. Like we all know ProBio 5 is rocking on its own, but the reality is it's a little bit better with the slim. It is a lot better with like the slim and, you know, the BioCleanse. So invite and see, and if she will, and if not, then she can just comment and know she's, you know, not going to qualify for the prizes or something like that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And maybe she would be exposed to something that she'll see that she wants to,
Absolutely.
or even upgrade to ambassador or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I didn't know how strict we were being.
Yeah. Always with the group, like if I feel like I want to invite someone, I do. But then maybe if they're, you know, it's like, oh, there's prizes or drawings, I won't just necessarily like, I'll just let them know, well, you have to order 100 PV to kind of be, that's part of your qualification, but you can totally still, you know, benefit, or I just won't even tell them and don't put them in the drawing. Well, if that's bad, but
Okay.
I think it doesn't have to be
I
hard.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So just let whoever knows.
Benefit. So yeah, rather than there than not.
Okay.
Anything else? Good question on those. Okay, so wins and flops, personal growth. I actually don't like usually prepare mine. So I get to sit in silence and like think with you guys. Okay, what were some good ones?
So personal growth for me, and this is not in like a bragging sense. I think one thing that I'm learning is we don't celebrate ourselves enough. We tend to just put ourselves down, and anytime that we want to celebrate ourselves, we think we're bragging and we're big headed and we're cocky. And so I am learning to toot my own horn. And that in and of itself, I feel like is personal growth. But this 2 weekends ago, I got a group of girls to go to the Dallas trip, the Impact and Growth Summit with Bob Heilig. And it was so cool. I mean, y'all have seen some of the pictures I've posted in Team Page and stuff, but got to meet a lot of people. You know, just it was fun. So it was really cool. But that in and of itself was a huge like personal growth moment to take, just that leap of faith also of spending hundreds of dollars traveling. It was really big. And one of the things for me is I kind of had this gut feeling. Ryan Evans, she's a diamond sideline of mine, and she was letting people stay at her house for free. And I was like, ha, this is perfect. This will make this trip even more doable. And I started having this like gut feeling of I didn't want to hurt her feelings, but I didn't think I wanted to stay with her because I didn't think that was going to be life giving to me. There was already one pregnant girl there, and lo and behold, there ended up being two pregnant girls. She hadn't divulged her pregnancy yet. And so I had this gut feeling like, don't go because it wouldn't be life giving to you, and kind of feeling like, oh, but I don't want to be rude and miss out, and I want to be with everybody. And I had two friends that decided, they were like, yeah, we'll do it with you. Let's get a hotel. And it was like the best decision I could have made. It went really, really well. And it even encouraged one of the other girls. She said, due to your personal growth decision, I'm going to make my own, and this is what I'm going to do for myself. And she did something for herself on the side because of that. So I feel like at times where we think we're being selfish in that personal growth and what we need, we actually are setting an example for others to put ourselves first, which we as women tend to really stink at that. So there's a win. I'll have to think about my loss because I feel like I'm rocking personal growth lately.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing. I would say I'm a flop of mine, or an awareness that I'm starting to have in personal realm, is that I don't like plans changing. I like reliability. And so I have been been really aware of that lately, like, oh, plan changed, oh, that makes me feel uncomfortable, oh, I'm starting to get a little bit anxious, what am I going to do now? And so it's kind of turning into a win, in the sense that I'm having the awareness of it and not letting it stall me out quite as much, because now that I'm aware that that's something that makes me really uncomfortable, I'm able to work with it a little bit more. And so it's like I kind of have a plan in place for when things are unexpected, which happen all the time. Like, it's life. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm like going to walk out the door, and then there's 3 poop incidences on the way out the door. Like, plans change. Now I'm going to be 20 minutes after the fact, and like, those things. And so recognizing like what I have control over is my reaction to those change of things. But it's a flop because I have the reason I need to change it is because it's been, quite an issue. So I think that's going to be an ongoing story that I'm going to continue to have to be like working with and rewriting. So that's one for me. And a win has been similar to you, Galen, like going to like the Bob Heilig has been doing this life coaching with Preston Pugmire. He's doing like group life coaching. You guys, I think, have also seen me talk about it. I share a little bit more of my Instagram stories, but he does like, we've done 4 Tuesday nights for like 3 hours of coaching, where he pulls someone on the screen and coaches them, but he picks people whose focus area is something we can all connect with. So like last week, we talked about mom guilt. I was like, oh, okay, save that one and, listen to that every single week. There's just such good stuff that he is giving us tools for. And it absolutely was, a couple $100 investment, but one that I'm like, wow, just so that it's been incredible in that way. And really, like when you spend money, sometimes you want to make sure that the money you spend is worth it. Same as when we have people buy Plexus products, or you buy your own products. Like, you want to be consistent, you want to show up, like whether it's a book that you bought or a conference. So that has been really good. Been a really good win, just showing up to that and listening and learning. So anyone else? You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, go for it.
You got me. I guess for me, a flop is sometimes I feel like I stretch myself too thin. Like, I'll say, yeah, I'll do this, or I'll be a part of that group, or I'm gonna try to get this goal, or whatever it is. And then I end up like, you feel like you don't have enough to go around for everything. So I've learned that maybe it's okay to say no sometimes. And not try, and how we moms and women are in general, you want to save the day and do everything. So I feel like that's something that I've learned recently, that what, I've just got to learn to say no, so that way I can do better at focusing on whatever it is that's most important at the moment. And then I guess this kind of goes along with it, a win. Like, we've been busy lately, and so I feel like I've actually like put my phone down, and I've focused more like on my family and my kids. And I feel like that's a win, to say it's okay to take a break. It's okay to sit back. And it was so funny. I went on vacation and I wasn't expecting to be really busy. And Nicole, I had 2 people message me like out of the blue, and they signed up like with $1.99 welcome packs. And I was like, oh, so see, you don't have to do everything all the time. Like, as long as you're consistent, I feel like people are, even though they're like, this one girl, I messaged her a long time ago and she was just busy. And so all of a sudden she remembered, like, hey, she messaged me and she reached out to me. So I feel like even though, as long as you're consistent, you can still have downtime. And I'm bad to get glued into Facebook. Like, I'll I'll go on there to make a post about Plexus, and then I find myself scrolling and getting into everything. And yeah, so I think it's good to put your phone down sometimes. I don't have that screen time thing on my phone, so I don't know how much I'm on it, which I probably should get. But anyway, I feel like that's a win.
Absolutely. That's awesome. There's like 14 wins wrapped up in there, sister.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. And like y'all who may not know, like Kristen is having the biggest month probably that she's had, like as far as the strength of the team that she has right now in this moment. Like that's pretty cool.
I'm
Like
trying.
you went on vacation and you're taking, I think that you're so right. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes when we kind of let go and live life and people see that and they're like, oh, wow, okay, you're not like on your phone 17 hours a day. Oh, okay. No, it
Yeah.
does. It opens something up. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? I just love to do this because I feel like it's good to celebrate and it's good to be real and say there's challenges, and sometimes we share really deep challenges that are hard or flops that are like heavier. But I think it's just good. I want us to have a culture where we're not as afraid to take risk and not afraid to, oh, let me unmute you. Nope. Someone has raised their hand. Please speak. But I don't know who.
Yeah, that was me. I'm not on video because my daughter's home sick, so I look a hot mess at the moment. So
No worries. No worries. Welcome, girl.
yeah, thanks. I wanted to share a pretty big win. Holly actually helped me with this. So I had an event a couple of weeks back, Facebook event to try and sign up some people, because I had some free wholesale codes. So and then she joined me on a three-way chat with a friend, and she noticed afterwards, she's like, you were kind of almost apologetic about the price. She said, just next time go in there with a mindset of like, you're just going to sell because here in Australia, the $199 pack is like $344, which is
Yes, it's different.
sorry, technical glitch there. Yeah, so and for me, like, I know a lot of my friends probably, if they looked hard enough, would have the money, but like they're going to balk at the price at first. But the other day I went in with the mindset of, no, I'm going to sell this particular friend the 344 pack, and within half an hour she decided to buy it. So just that mindset flip was a real win for me. I was quite quite surprised, but yeah, and all that had changed was that Holly said, just go in there with like value for money and mindset of like, I'm going to sell you this, and it worked.
That's awesome.
I need to get better at that.
Yay. You do a
Yeah.
lot of the larger welcome kits too, though, but the mindset.
Yeah, the mindset.
Mm-hmm. Okay, pronounce your first name for me.
Jacinta.
Jacinta. Okay, that's how I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like, I want to make sure that I am saying it correctly. So, do you have 3 active ambassadors this month now? Because I know you just signed.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I made silver the other day.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm hoping I've got one more person to sign with a 344 pack to make Fast Start Silver, which Holly said, I think I've got a couple of days to do that. So I've got one person who's kind of fence sitting. They're really busy at the moment, so they're kind of taking a little bit to respond to my messages, but kind of at the point that hopefully I can get them on board as well.
That's amazing. Within your first 30 days, that's so huge.
Yeah, well, I didn't plan on selling, to be honest. I just like Holly, when she first came out, she's like, so are you in this for the health of the business? I'm like, health? Like, I've got 3 chronic illnesses. I've had a lot of issues, like just nothing's been working. And I was like, oh, what the heck, I'll just give it a go. But then kind of my family and friends have just seen the insane changes that I've been having, and just they're like, what are you doing? Because they all know like how I've been through like a really, really rough 3 years.
Yeah.
Surgeries and just diagnosis upon diagnosis kind of thing. So yeah, and that's just like literally the best selling thing is for them to see that I'm pretty much off painkillers, whereas I was addicted to opioids. that's the point that I was at a month ago. I kind of had this realization I was addicted to opioids, because I was using them to originally for severe pain, and then kind of just, yeah, I'd get really sick as soon as I stopped taking them, and I thought it was due to the pain, but it turns out it was actually just I was addicted, and as soon as I came off them, I was like really sick. And yeah, so I kind of, it was weird, it kind of all aligned. My Plexus journey started about a week, 2 weeks after I realized I was addicted to opioids. So I started Plexus and slowly came off the opioids, and I've been opioid free for 2 weeks now, which is massive for
Nice.
me. So yeah, and
That's
pretty
a
much
huge
taking,
win.
Yeah.
yeah, it's massive. Yeah. So, and I'm hardly taking any other painkillers either. And in my next order, I'm planning on adding in Ease. So I'm hoping that will then see me off all painkillers, which I can't remember the last time I didn't take any painkillers in a week. Like, I was on them every day. Still taking them about once a week now, which is a huge change. But yeah, so it's
Wow.
pretty amazing.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh, girl. What a whirlwind for you of just big wins.
Yeah, really big win.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yay. I'm so glad that you're on the call so we could celebrate you, because I had messaged Holly and Sheila and was like, did Jacinta just go silver? Because I wanted to verify that before we celebrate. So yay, yay, yay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just so happy. Obviously your health wins, and then also how cool just being able to naturally share and those mindset wins. That's awesome. Way to
What
go.
Yeah, it's so cool being able to share it, and like with my friends. I've got some really sick friends as well, so I'm really hoping that they'll see the same results as me, because they're the same, in the same boat, been
Sure.
through everything and nothing's worked. So
Yeah.
Are you coming to convention?
no, not not this year. I'll aim for that for next year.
Hey.
Yeah, yeah. I just started a new job, and just money and stuff at the moment is pretty tight. So next year is my aim.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, I've never been overseas before. So going on my first overseas trip by myself, kind of in amongst all of this, was too much. I was just like, next year, I'll work myself up for it for next year.
You may be feeling better, but there's still some daunting
100%.
things
I'm
over.
probably feeling so much better and be like confident in traveling with by myself. I can't even drive kind of any more than 30 kilometers round trip at the moment. Still, so traveling to Vegas was just a bit out of my reach this year.
Yep. Yep. Baby
But
steps.
next year for sure.
Kristen, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just saying what an inspiration you may be to like other people who may be addicted, and like you said, like in your case it just happened, like it wasn't like you were meaning to, or like you might could help others too, like get off that stuff, because I know it's in America, at least it's a big deal right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what you guys are seeing in America is slowly starting to hit Australia.
Yeah.
We're always a few years behind. And I know a lot of women with endometriosis, which is the condition that I was taking the opioids for.
Mhm.
Like I can think of off the top of my head at least 6 women I know that are addicted to opioids. They don't realize it, and it's a very, very touchy subject because they're very protective of them, and, rightly so, of themselves and their health. And this is what the doctors have said to do when I can't possibly cope without them, and I can't work without them and things. So getting them out of that mindset and into a mindset of, and it's a scary prospect for someone who's been sick for so long, prospect of being healthy.
Yeah.
Like Holly and I have been talking about that, of that going from being sick for so long to being healthy it's really scary, because like I don't remember being healthy. Like I really don't. I don't know who I'm going to be when I become healthy. So that's scary in itself. So I've got a couple of friends that I'm slowly kind of working with, and working up to the point of saying, like, you might just want to like read these things and just have a think about whereabouts you are in your pain management regime, and kind of go from there. Yeah. But
Yeah.
those ones are kind of, I think could potentially take up to 6 months to kind of
Sure.
to shift from that mindset across. But I'm really good friends with them, so I'm going to stick it out with them, and hopefully at some point
Yeah, and
they'll
you do a
realize.
really good job of like boldly sharing, on social media too. So I feel like that always is a great space that continues to back up like what you say in those personal conversations is kind of that support there. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
And I think if anyone's thinking that, like, maybe I am, like, if I'm open about it, then they'll hopefully maybe they'll approach me and be like, this is where I'm at. Can you help?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a blessing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. Yay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that these just like wins and flops obviously can fill your cup and make you feel connected, that you're not alone in whatever space that you're in your personal growth or business journey, that we really are. Probably whatever you experience, somebody else has or will, or, vice versa. So, okay, I'm thinking on the time. We start at 45. Okay. So really quickly, I'm just going to talk on this last point briefly, is filling your funnel. Okay, so kind of switch gears to just something logistical that I want you guys to consider. If you've been with us since March and in April, and even now in May, we've got this giant incentive. Add 3, get a reward, 6 and 9, get rewards, right, on top of compensation plan things. So what can happen? I'll just share from my experience. So in March, I did a lot of harvesting and added a lot of level ones, like 12 level ones that was like, okay, right? That's a lot of people to onboard all at the same time. And so then last month also had like still, I don't remember, a handful of other new ads. You know what happened at the end of last month? I was like, I literally like have no one else to follow up with about Plexus. Like people have been sorted. Okay. So I'm doing this because this is the funnel. Everybody that goes into a funnel. Okay. And you are sorting people as you reach out to people and as you share the opportunity, as you share the products. You're sorting the no, not right nows, the yes, I'm interested, so I'm going to send them information, the I'm interested in the business, I'll come to this event, right? You sort people and you put them in the different categories. Sometimes you do that just in your brain. Sometimes you're doing it on your Dough app or on a piece of paper. So what can happen is after a month or two of a lot of harvesting, signing people up or sorting people, you've reached out to a lot. So what you want to always continue to do is add people to that funnel. Always have new relationships, new people you're connecting with. Okay. So what that can, and if you're brand new, you want to keep doing this too. Like you don't want to just sit and ride and never meet somebody new. So just a few quick tips of things that I do that constantly are expanding how I connect with people and getting intentional about that. When I connect with somebody new, I am strategic. I write their name down because I want to remember that person, whether we're just like, we had a really fun interaction at church or whatever. I'm going to put their name down so that I can remember, because literally, guys, sometimes I really care about people, but sometimes I forget that I was going to follow up with that friend about bringing him a meal or whatever, right? Like my brain is just not meant to hold all of that on its own. So I write their name down. And a few other things. Facebook groups. If you were in Facebook groups that are like interest groups of yours, my challenge to you this week is to make 2 posts in that group, just purely for connection. Okay. Do something educational, something informational, or something funny. Like I have a local moms group. And so like, I'll do like a Bible verse or so this happened today in our household, or a funny meme, we put those up, just something that adds some value to other people in that group, right? It's going to bring to the surface some other moms or friends or, people you have something in common with. So that's a thought there. Also in our back office, our virtual office, there is in the resources part, a PDF called Leads You Didn't Know You Had. Okay. So if you are brand new and you might have written down a list of people, you'll be surprised the number of people that this will jog your memory or your brain to kind of go, wow, okay, these people, I didn't think about them, like your postal service delivery person, whatever. It doesn't mean you're going to reach out to all of them about Plexus this week. You're just generating new thought, new people, new connection, because a lot of times you can sit down and go, okay, I want to be intentional. I want to message some folks, and you're like, I don't know who to message. This keeps you proactive so you don't come and think, I have nobody to reach out to, right? that is partially a mindset thing, but sometimes logistically you do need to have some, people that you've had some genuine or kind of, some genuine interaction with. One of my easiest ways to expand my network is when I'm out and about. I go to the library, like with the kids, and I meet someone and they're like, we talk about something or whatever, and we'll add each other on social media. I'll follow them on Instagram, or they'll follow me. We'll, connect on Facebook. I'll just hand them my phone and go, okay, is this you, or find yourself right here, right? And then we'll go, oh my gosh, we got these common friends, and we'll chat about how do you know this person or whatever. Because a lot of times we've just had a connection. Like, I don't do it with everyone. Like, don't get creepy to like, oh, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, can I add you to Facebook? Not that kind of thing. But like, I'll chat with somebody else at a program, or, someone's asking me about the bag I'm carrying or whatever, or we're talking about, do you have good sitters in the area? And then we'll add each other in order to like send somebody, some follow-up thing. It's not about Plexus. I mean, sometimes I will, if I feel inclined, I will connect about Plexus, but usually it's just expanding my network, connecting with people, right? And that's a really great way to just kind of follow up and follow people along. So, okay, that's all that I have. Just a few kind of closing thoughts there. Our time is going to close us out anyways. We're going to run out of time in a moment. So thank you so much, guys, for being here, for taking time from your holiday or from your midday, your time off with your daughter being sick. So grateful for you guys, and really excited to just finish this month strong with you and see all that the Commit to Fit group brings. So, all right, good night.